Ms. 4, and today is day 3 of our little gratitude adventure that we're having. So today, I'm wearing my unicorn shirt. Again, this is Nooworks, Nooworks, and it's a California-based company and not sponsored. And I'm just very happy to be wearing unicorns today. Anyway, so we're gonna get ready. I'm grateful for unicorns. I'm grateful for silly, fun things that allow me to feel a certain way, to be more playful, because I think probably being more playful is going to be good for me. I was telling a friend of my partner's that growing up, my parents, the whole idea of teasing, no one in my direct family ever teased. And so when I got around my dad's uncles, who were just ferocious on the teasing, I took it very personally. He was very serious child. So that whole learning what teasing is, and then unpacking it later on the, what is teasing and what is like actually being mean to somebody, like there's a difference there. Lawless powder. But anyway, so recapturing much of my childhood, and I am embracing the parts of myself that are silly and fun. I'm gonna put on just a little bit of bronzer to give me a little color for this, but I'm gonna be using some more on the mauve side of things, the more grayish for my blush for part of that. So I'm wanting just a little something. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, the Film Star Bronze and Glow. This is my favorite. If I just want to look very nice, the bronzer and the highlighter in that are just very subtle and lovely. So I wanted to just lay down a little bit because I'm doing blush and eyes from LH Cosmetics. So this is the LH Cosmetics, the blush and the highlighter that I'm gonna be using. So this one that's a little lighter, it's not a sparkly highlighter. It's a something with lights. I had looked, I'll swatch both of these. I had looked at my Anastasia, the Soft Glam palette, but it was a little warmer than I wanted. Okay, so there is the two blushes. So you can see it's not really like a sparkly highlight. It's just like a lighter blush with some sheen to it. And then I'm gonna bring in a one-sized cheek clapper. But I wanted to lay this down first. The other things on my hand, I'll let you know later. It's a lip liner and the eyeliner that I'm gonna be using. Okay, so here we go. So I'm using a denser brush, and I'm gonna be putting the deeper shade of blush like into a contour sort of a situation. You'll probably be able to see it. This side is a little brighter. We have it's the winter sunlight coming in through my office window. But I think you can see it a little bit better here. Okay, and then taking a little bit of the lighter color up top. And then what I'd like to do is bringing in the cheek clapper, a little fluffier Sigma brush. And this is the attention seeker. So you can see you've got the cream, the regular blush, and then the highlighter. Let me swatch the highlighter for you. You can see. So that's the highlighter, and then the blush. Put it under. And as you can see, it's the very bottom there. So I'm going to use towards the front parts of my cheeks a little bit of the pinky blush, and then sweep up the highlighter and then join it to where my eyeballs are. That sounded weird, but anyway. Okay, and then I'm just going to brush a little bit of the highlighter. And then kind of take what's left. The eye area. Okay. I think I have a little more on that side. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's the cheek clapper and the attention seeker and the LH Cosmetics. There's only 3 of the blush duos, I believe, with LH Cosmetics. This is Aria, A-R-E-A, Duo Dimension. This is creamy smoothing multi-use shadows with a luminous metallic shine, and I don't think that I find that there's a metallic shine in this. There's a little bit in the lighter color, but I would disagree with their description of that. Anyway, there we go. So I had looked at both my Glamlite Barbie palette and the Anastasia Soft Glam. The Soft Glam was a little bit, it's more like a warm cranberry. I'm going to use, this is the LH Cosmetics, this is the Reload palette. Okay, and we're going to use this row and then I think the center one there. So the LH Cosmetics formula is really nice. I'm going to go in with the deepest color first, line, and then shade out. So it's funny, the more playful, trying to get in touch with that more playful side of me, both in my fashion and otherwise. It's been very nice. I had a funny recognition that I'm coming up on my 20-year anniversary in LA, April Fool's Day. But it's getting to the point where it's like the first part of my life living elsewhere seems like it took so long to get myself here doing things that I love, really chasing the dream and catching it. But when I think about it, at this point in time, I was 32 when I moved to LA. And it's funny thinking about that because it's like, well, I didn't think, like, depending on how old you are, you may think, wow, that's old. Or if you're older, you might think, wow, that was young. But it's funny because the first part of my life seems like it took so long to get started, to get me to this place. And I know technically, if you read some of there is actually a scientific reason for that. The way that we perceive the passage of time. Thank you, Ray Kurzweil. That, when you're younger, because you haven't lived very long, things seem longer. And then as you get older, you've spent more time being alive, and so things seem faster. Because you have a longer longitudinal comparative to that. Okay, so there's our base down, little berry. Okay, so then I'm going to take the next shade, I think I'm going to do this on the pencil as well, just so I'm very specific where I'm putting this. The Glamlite Barbie palette is actually one of my favorites. So, like, I'm used to the idea of reaching for that. So now, okay. My partner is sneezing in the other room, and my dog is walking around trying to figure out how to get into this room because the door is shut. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm gonna go in. I think we don't have a lot of lid space left. I think do a little bit of this last color over. So then we go for the sheen. If we wanted to do this is actually a matte, so we could go ahead and do a full matte look if we were wanting to. But I think I want the sheen. Not flipping it off. I'm gonna put down the brush. Speaking of childhood, one of my favorite Sesame Street songs was called Put Down the Ducky. And Bert, is trying to learn how to play the saxophone, and he's going to Hoots the Owl, who's a mean saxophone player, and asking him to teach him how to play the saxophone. But he's carrying his little rubber ducky, and Hoot says, if you're gonna learn how to play the saxophone, you gotta put down the ducky. And so there's a great song that has a lot of stars, and if I can remember, I will share that in the description box. But if you type in Sesame Street, put down the ducky, you'll hear the song. So that's apparently what I'm channeling today, is the put down the ducky. I'm going to try and blend my crease a little bit more. Because it doesn't look like I'm getting any of the, and I'll probably see tons later, of the sheen to the other eye. Let me go into my blush, my one size, to do a little bit of the, using the blush to sweep that through to give me a little bit more floof. Blending is really what I'm looking for, is blending. Those are all packing brushes. That's fine, we'll use a packing brush. Should be fun. Just cleaning off the brush because it had a little bit of color from the other one. So I'm trying to, my other clean brushes are across the room where they're supposed to be. That's the problem when you put things away. Okay, so we're going in with the blush from the Attention Seeker. And I'm just going from the crease to my brow. I'm going to go back with a blush brush. And I'm going to add more blush. Huzzah. And if you got too much blush, you could just powder it down. But I'm okay with looking a little extra today. I'm wearing unicorns. Very empowering, who'd have thought? Okay, so the last part of that, of the eye look, I have the Danessa Myricks. It's one of the super tiny liners. Chariot? I don't know. I could look up how to say that, but I won't. I'm not going to. Anyway, that's this deeper color right there, and it's a multi-chrome, and I don't know if you can see it. It's got the green, purple. Hopefully you can see that. Anyway, we're gonna do some lining. I do not line the waterline, just because I have my eyes are easily, it's very easy to get my eyes to be, those pores to be clogged. So I do not line that. So we're gonna, I wish that she would come out with this kind of a liner, only in a thick sort of a pencil. I do have one, ColourPop has one. I don't like it quite as well. And then I should have pulled out the other one that I have, because it's, I think, my favorite. I have the duochrome liners, that is. That's what I'm trying to, not my favorite liner per se, but my favorite duochrome. And that's from Kaleidos, is who that is from. Because I don't, with the duochrome things, usually you have to have a fairly significant line, or it has to have a lighter flip to really show up as much. Okay, but anyway, there's that. All right, so mascara. So for the lip, I had kind of thought about going for maybe a light pink, more of like a pink on the blush, or something that was not much of a color, more of a glossy, like a light pink. Or in this case, I just decided to go deep. One of my favorite Janet Jackson later songs is Go Deep. So the chorus, we go deep and we don't get no sleep, because we be up all night until the early light. We go deep. It's a great song. I'm old, so we don't get no sleep, just because, you know, sleep is elusive sometimes. Not for any fun reason. Okay, there we go. All right, so lips. The second liner, so this is a little more in the warmer category, lighter, a little warmer, in the berry. This is from the Glamlite Rick and Morty collection. So this is their liner. That was a great collection too, by the way. I love the palette. The palette's a little big, and that's annoying, but that's one of the few larger palettes that I keep around that I don't mind. I do wish it was a little smaller though. Anyway, so we're gonna line with that, with this. We are not using the gloss that came with it though. It's a purple, very reflective gloss. I'm gonna fill just a little. There's that. And then I'm going to be using with that the NYX Butter Gloss in Cranberry something or other. Cranberry pie. I've never had cranberry pie. I've had cranberry, lots of other things, but I'll swatch this next to it so you can see. So it's an even, so if we're talking cooler to warmer, it's an even warmer sort of berry, but I think it'll look nice with this. If not, we'll take it off. And because this is a gloss, it'll wear off. The lip liner will not. It's fairly stationary, but the other thing that I'm grateful for is technically a refrigerator repairman is supposed to come between 9 and 12 today, at 9 and 2. Hopefully we'll have good news for our refrigerator that is defunct, non-working. Okay. Like I said, we could always go to a lighter, a pinkish one, but that's where we're at right now. Cranberry pie. So, all right, we're ready. This is the eye look. This is the lip look. And day 3 down. Hope everyone is doing well. May your hands be steady, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye.